Some overlanding trips turn out to be exceptional. The destination, Camp Hwange with Wild Expeditions, Zimbabwe.
It's technically a part of a desert, but due to conservation efforts, it's allowed animals to thrive in these areas to prevent human-wildlife conflict.
You're going to walk till you find lions.
It's like therapy. All your senses are now focusing on what is in front of you.
When I saw the lineup of the people that will be coming, I was like, yeah, this is going to be a great trip.
As we arrive at Camp Hwange, there's just wild dog everywhere.
Nina, have you ever seen so many elephants in your life?
This would be a first seeing such a big herd in one spot.
For me, the people of Zimbabwe are incredible.
Good morning from a blistering hot Elephant Sands. We drove all the way from Joburg yesterday, arrived to beautiful thunderstorms last night, and today we are waiting for Daryl and the other crew to join us, and then we are off to Hwange National Park. But first things first, let's just speak to Nina about her new tattoos. Nina?
Good morning, Dirk. I do love my tattoos. I think it's done with style and elegance. Also, showing off the brands that help us with our overlanding journey.
I have to say the tattoos look really, really good.
We need bigger tires.
I don't think we need bigger tires.
It will look so cool. I'm thinking 285s. I need new shoes.
I know it will look cool, but for now, are you going to buy them?
Dude, I'm a talking robotic car. Promise me bigger tires.
I can't promise you anything.
Screw this. I'm locking the car.
Nina, don't look. Don't do that.
After Nina locked me out for a while, I decided to check in on my overlanding friends.
Just explain to me what's going on here.
Well, I've got a fan to keep me cool in the evening. It's like
Not like a fan for like an influencer fan, right?
no, I've got 30 of those. Come on, mate. 30, and I met one of them yesterday. So big fan over here. I'm coming for you guys. I'm Ross Hayes. I work for a company called Tackler Products. Manufacture interior protective gear for 4x4s, SUVs, predominantly focusing on overlanding and camping and outdoors and lifestyle and kids and everything, just trying to look after the inside of the cars.
Dumelang.
Utsugile.
Ligai.
Kushablete.
Shut.
That's it. We are in Botswana.
My name is Ryan Crocker. Some of you may know me. I'm from 4x4 Ventures. And what do? I take you, the viewer, on the adventure, preferably to the wilder sides of Southern Africa.
But man, have you had your morning coffee yet?
I have.
I did, I saw that. You had a red coffee, eh?
No.
No!
We don't speak of that. No.
Which one did you have?
No, filter coffee.
Mint, my man.
Listen, I just want to say it's like a touring with you. I don't know if
Nice to finally meet you, Dirk. It's been too long, buddy, and I love your work, eh?
Yeah, likewise, bro.
Check this episode out. This thing is next level. Check this out.
First time touring with you as well, Jason.
Hey, what's happening, Dirk?
Lucky in you, man.
Yeah. Pleasure to be on the road with you.
Yeah, same here, dude.
Hey,
And it's not your first time going to Hwange, yeah?
No. We've just come from Wangi actually. Myself and the family were there in June.
Yeah.
And yeah, what a park, eh? I'm Jason Davies from Epic Africa, and we've got a content creators channel. I make content as well, YouTube videos, Instagram channel. But in addition to that, and what really pays the bills is the iCamper. I import that brand and have been doing it for more than 7 years now, as well as Hammer Bumpers.
Mr. Ronnie, it's like a touring with you, man.
Finally.
Yeah.
You know, I've been watching your videos and I've been like, yeah, one day I must do a trip with this guy. And then when OL came through and says we're doing Zimbabwe, I was so excited. When I looked at the lineup, I was like, yo, it's a legendary trip, bro. Okay, my name is Ronnie. Sibungo is my surname. And what I do is, most people actually think I do overlanding for a living. They think that I do this full time. You'll be surprised that I'm actually a banker. So I work for one of the banks in Namibia. I'm an IT manager.
Please just explain to me what's happening today, if you can.
Okay, I'm gonna try, because I don't know exactly what's happening, but we are here at Elephant Sands and we got a lot of time today just to chill, do a bit of filming, because we're waiting for Daryl, Neil and Neil to drive from Stockport all the way here, or to Hunters Road. So we're gonna leave later, jump onto the Hunters Road. We're either going to meet them at the turnoff or at the campsite, depending on how they go. We've all got Starlink, so we're going to keep in touch. And yeah, but we're going to chill here at Elephant Sands. Absolutely beautiful day, no clouds yet. Beautiful thunderstorms last night. We've got some nice time lapses. And lots of elephant at the waterhole. Nice breakfast, good company, good coffee. Loving it.
Yeah, I run the Edward Bath Overlanding YouTube channel and Instagram and Facebook, and I do a bunch of marketing and production for a bunch of people. So I've also got a bookings website that you can book your luxury lodges in Botswana and Zimbabwe and Namibia through. But this is my main job, on the road the whole time, YouTube, going on trips with legends like you and documenting it, loving it.
How's it, Neil?
Dirk,
Welcome.
how's it?
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Glad
Glad to be at Elephant Sands and ready for the next part of the adventure. Just got to get this aircon sorted. Hi, I'm Neil Simon from EX Overland, and we develop a range of products that complements overlanders. And it's a range of storage solutions. It's things that make your vehicle easier to manage.
I'm Neil Berg from Roaming Horizons. I own a Suzuki Jimny and I basically tour through Southern Africa.
Repairs started early on the trip with Jason's aircon going AWOL. Staff from Elephant Sands tried to fix it, but with no success.
Alright, well, we gave it the best shot we could. Guys here helped us out and welded the pipe, but yeah, it's still leaking. So no AC for me, but at least there's a bit of cloud cover. I'll just go on drinking water, you know?
Being the good fellow overlanders that we are, we tried to support Jason in some way.
You must stay like this. You must stay like this. No aircon and you must wear
Yeah, I've got an extra jacket if you want to borrow one. I don't mind.
You have a jacket. Jason, Neil, nice to meet you. Jay, where's your jacket? I think he's always these enemies when you got mates like us, eh? Yeah. I'm scared to actually get in the cold car.
So the story is the aircon's gone on this car, and we're going to get cold in our cars with the aircon, so we put jackets on.
To be like even with Jason.
So we can even with Jason. We're doing this in support, and he's abusing us.
Yeah. Did you guys bring your beanies?
I've done quite a few of these trips, and we film these trips. What happens is we're in a very fortunate position with our connections that we get invited to do some special things that many people cannot do, and this was one of those things. I've also never been north in Zimbabwe. I always go to Gonorizo. When I was told, no, go try Wangi, it was never on a bucket list, I'll be honest. But then I spoke to a good friend of mine, Chris Rausch, and he said to me, you got to go. You'll see. Just go and you'll see. So I thought, let me put this trip together. He came up with amazing plans for us for this trip. So what I decided to do was invite all my very, very close friends in the industry to come and join me on this trip.
Nina, status report.
I'm still mad about the tires. All systems are good. Secondary battery is charging at a good rate from last night's camping. Weather forecasts good rain for Botswana.
It does look like proper rain around us. Do you remember when we were at Elephant Sands about 3-4 months ago?
Yep, the music festival.
Yep, the Opipana. That waterhole at Elephant Sands was quite full with water, and now it's quite empty. So the bush is pretty dry, and I think that's the reason why we're going to Wangi this time of the year, because we're going to see animals congregate at those waterholes.
Weather reports in Zim still shows no rain. Here is to good sightings.
I think it's going to be magical.
Our destination for the day was Chobe Forest Camp, and we decided to reach it via the most adventurous route.
Last minute adventures with the opposite lock crew. I love it. I love it. That's Zimbabwe there. And this is Hunter's Road.
What's the riverbed here on the left?
Morning, Nina.
Morning, Dirk. Thanks for making a real effort in keeping the car clean.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
I wish you would do it all the time. Just have a recheck of border documents, if you don't mind. Just as a precaution.
Passport, insurance, vehicle documents, all in order. Ready for Zimbabwe?
All ready for Zimbabwe. Looking forward to it.
Early this morning here at Chobe Forest Camp, and this place is absolutely spectacular. If you do come past, come check it out. It's got beautiful ablutions on stilts, nice and neat. It's got a lodge, formal accommodation. In front of the lodge there's a big watering hole. I think about 50 elephants were there last night. We arrived late, but man, this is a spectacular place. Mupani trees everywhere, parrots flying overhead. But yeah, today into Zimbabwe. Here we go.
For me, it's a lot of it's about destinations. I've been to Bots a couple times. I've done Mozambique a couple times. I've never been to Zim, and I was quite excited because it's a big group, and I've been a little bit intimidated to come to Zimbabwe. You know, like, I think there's a bit of a misconception about what it's all about. So I was very excited to experience it for what it is and learn more about Zimbabwe. I've never been here, so that was a very cool thing for me, and that really motivated me to make sure that I took this opportunity.
Dirk, just hang back there, bro. I just want to get a shot of you coming.
I wish I had the world to give you, baby. I don't even have the time. Tell you bedtime stories or to chase away the monsters from your mind. You know I can only give what I have.
Last year in November we did Botswana Mahoto, and it was great. You know, it's more of the place you're going to, but more especially the people that you're going with. You know, you can go to a really nice place, but if the company is not cutting for you, you're not gonna have fun. So for me, it was really when I saw the lineup of the people that would be coming, I was like, yeah, this is going to be a great trip.
So yes, when we arrived at Elephant Sands, I noticed that the air conditioning had stopped working, and you noticed that pretty quickly because it was about 40 degrees outside. And in the end, traveling through to Kasani to get it fixed by someone who knew what they were doing and helped me out immensely, because I tell you, if I hadn't had that help, I would have lost a lot of weight this trip, and it was super hot. So I was really grateful for the help, and it just shows you that there's a lot of people out there that will help you while you're on a trip like this.
What's happening? I believe we have some good news, bro.
Hey, the AC is working. Shame the poor guy who worked for that one. I think he took that pipe off a total of 4 times. And yeah, in the end, I'm cold. Shivering now. Hey, no, it's nice. I've never been happier to have AC, I won't lie.
Welcome back, bro.
Thanks, man.
Okay, Nina, passport stamped. Welcome to Zimbabwe.
My first time in Zimbabwe. The Panda Matenga border post was pretty smooth, very excited.
I'm excited to have you here. Mr. Neil.
Yep.
What's happening here?
Our friend Jason here was clever enough to stop and pick up some rolls, some butter, a couple of chips, a piece of cheese.
He's a seasoned chef.
What a win.
Hey?
And what a win. Leg. Yep, 3 p.m. They just choosing the hand. But the real, they even got the real butter.
Just you wait to listen for the storm. Hear the difference in the wind. When dark clouds form and start to turn, I'll run again. Far away when the hurricane comes in.
We've got Neil climbing a tower right next to the road. Are you going to go all the way?
I don't know.
No. Just watch out for rust, bro.
There's no way I can go up there.
Hey?
Yeah, work with you. No chance. I can't even get that high, then I'm going to have a problem. So this is the old fire tower, the fire lookout for the old hunting concessions. So someone used to have to climb it all the time and stay up there and, hey, there's a fire.
No, dude, I can't go all the way up there.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Vertigo.
Did you watch that one thing where they climbed up that cell phone tower and they got stuck up there? And
you know how to hold like this and then you slide down.
The one chick died and the other chick ate that chick. Kazuma camp was amazing for me. You know, we were driving in this hunting farm that is so dry, and all of a sudden you come to this place that's got big trees and it's green, and the guys that we found there, they were really friendly, they were accommodating, and I love how we parked our cars in almost a horseshoe, and then when you opened up our iCampers, it was just beautiful.
Deliver me the fate I must deserve. Oh, don't you? I just wait and listen for the storm. You can hear the difference in the wind. When the dark clouds form and start to turn, I'll run again. Far away when the hurricane comes in. When the dark clouds form and start to turn, I'll run again.
Nina, status reports.
All systems are good. Battery charge was optimal, fridge is running smooth, but we need some order on the inside. You need to sort this out.
Yeah, this fridge is a bit of a mess, but we are sorting that out now.
This campsite is nice. My location and maps indicate that we are in a hunting concession. Is that correct?
It is in a hunting concession. I don't think people can camp here as of yet, but I think in the future it might be an option. It's a beautiful place, beautiful trees. I absolutely adore it. And I mean, look at the lineup of cars here behind us. It looks amazing.
The cars look epic, especially Ross's new Prado. You guys are in for a scorcher of a night, 30 degrees.
It's definitely going to be a hot night. No wind whatsoever at the moment. So I think we're going to have a hot night in the tent. But first, let me sort out this fridge.
Thanks, Dirk. Daryl and Neil are making dinner. Should be a good one if they finish it eventually.
Far from all the things I left behind, I hear the call of restless skies, the dreams I couldn't chase, the moments I can face. The streets unfold into the night, and woven dreams escape my sight. The winds hum through the pines, a name that still entwines. The city is asleep, moonlight caught so deep, footsteps dragging slow, in cold air on my skin, it's pulling me back in. The silence starts to sing, I feel the stillness grow, surrender into light that pierces through the night.
So, I mean, we started this thing called awards. So it's actually awards, not fines. And the reason why they call it awards is because they believe that in life you've got to better yourself. So it's not a punishment, it's an award. Basically just making light of certain things that have happened during the day. You know, you mess up, you leave your canopy open, or you leave your tent open, or you drive away with something open, or, you know, you mess up over the radio, don't turn your radio on, that sort of stuff. Small things, but you write it down in a book, and then at the end of the day you get an award for it. And it just, like, even after a really tough day on the road, it brings everyone together, and I think it makes light of certain situations. So certain situations that are serious, it makes light of those things, and as long as everyone got out uninjured and okay, then it's good. So yeah, that's every night.
So we did our awards evening last night, and Neil got awarded because he was in such a rush yesterday. We're hoping he drives fast again today. So he's putting his flames, his speed flames on his car. So the rule is, if you get given a gift at awards ceremony, you've got to have it on you all the time. So yeah, Dirk got a pig that we've all heard a few times today, and Neil's got his flames with him.
Neil.
Yeah.
I think it fits your car.
Yeah, it does, eh? I like the pop of beige with the red. It just makes it work, eh? So it starts there, okay.
Yeah, so this is my gift that I got last night, and the reason for it is because I did this.
When that thing goes off, everyone keeps quiet.
Exactly. This is like, it takes first place every time. Or if someone says something stupid or funny, it goes like. There we go.
Ronnie, hey buddy, what's happening?
We're making breakfast.
What's for breakfast?
Omelette. Ronnie's omelette, and then freshly baked bread, which I baked this morning. Everyone was mad about me because I had to run the car to bake the bread in the oven. Yeah, so I know it's going to happen tonight. I'm ready for it.
Thank you for cooking. Thanks. Appreciate it, sure.
Destination for the day, Robin's Camp, Hwange National Park. This would prove to be the toughest driving day for the trip.
What's happening? Neil?
We're just going to quickly hook up the tractor and give them a bit of a pull to start it. The battery's dead. In fact, the battery's non-existent.
Do you think your car's going to be able to do it then?
Hilux can do anything.
I want to find out from you what's happening in the front of your car.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
I've become like not only backup to the backup, But I've got to tell and let everyone know that if there is a problem, I am the one guy you must not come to, because I've got a big light.
How did you get that light?
Apparently a fine. There's things called awards, which is actually a fine, but we've got to learn from it. So it's an award. So I've got to learn from my mistakes, and subsequent, and as a result, I am delegated the flashing light. And have you seen my steering wheel? As Ronnie would say, probably the longest 80 kilometers I've ever driven in my life. We took a wrong turn, actually several wrong turns, and ended up repeating a loop that we did in the Kazuma Forest Reserve. And I'll tell you what, guys, what a day on the road. Hard going, hard going. But we're here now, we're at Robin's camp. We've just settled, we've set up all the iCamper tents, and now we're getting a fire going. Ronnie's cooking up a chicken potjie, I believe. Dirk's filming, and I'll tell you what, guys, it's absolutely fantastic. It's always great to get to camp. Never good to get in camp at night time, but I'll tell you what, for those who've never seen Robin's, tomorrow morning is going to be spectacular.
Early morning here at Robin's camp. It's a very nice camp, and we are on our way to the hide and also to see what this place looks like in the day, because we unfortunately arrived late last night because we took a bit of a wrong turn. But I think the magic starts today.
Established in the early days of safari tourism, the camp takes its name from Herbert George Robbins, an early conservation pioneer who donated his land to what would later become part of Wangi. His vision was clear: to protect wildlife and landscapes he loved, ensuring they could be shared with future generations. Over the decades, Robin's Camp has stood as a sentinel at the gateway to Wangi's rugged beauty. The surrounding terrain, a mosaic of open grasslands, Wapani woodland and seasonal pans, has long been a haven for elephants, predators and the bird life for which this region is famed. Here, every sunrise carries the echoes of history, and every sunset reaffirms the timeless rhythms of the African bush. Joining us at Robin's Camp was our wild expeditions guide, Benjamin Ackerman.
So my name is Benjamin Ackerman. I'm one of the camp managers and concession manager here at Camp Hwange, or Wild Expeditions Camp Hwange and Maritik.
Morning guys, it's a beautiful morning here at Robin's Camp. So we are about to hit the road. We are heading to a pan in the middle of absolutely nowhere called Bumbumutsa. We decided not to take any of the main road, so we'll just take the main road for 2 to 3 kilometers this morning, and then from there we're going to be hitting the back roads. So we'll stop off at a place called Big Tom's, and then go for some salt pans, and then we're going to be heading through some of the Mpani thickets, and then within those Mpani thickets there's nice little pan systems within there, so hopefully we'll get some good game viewing along the route. But then we'll head off from there, and we'll head towards our campsite for the evening called Bumbumutsa, where we'll meet up with some of the Camp Hwange staff, and we'll camp there for tonight.
Good morning, Nina. Status reports.
Screw your status report. You didn't plug in the car to charge last night.
Whoa.
The battery won't charge enough for overlanding functions, and we have loads of stops.
We took a wrong turn, and we arrived in camp late.
Yeah, I don't see that as my problem. You could have asked me for help, but no, you continued on the wrong path.
Sorry, Nina, sorry.
You call yourselves overlanders? Ugh, whatever.
Men body, they set up for much enjoyment. Men body, they ready for celebration. Waiting the one, them go quench. Them go quench. Waiting the one, try them go fail. Them go fail.
And we found lions.
Hwange National Park is a really cool, interesting place in the fact that it's technically a part of a desert. This time of year there technically should not be animals here, but due to conservation efforts done in the 1920s and 1930s, it's allowed animals to thrive in these areas. So what they did was they started putting in pumped water holes, and that was to keep animals within the area and not move out of the national park or proclaimed protected areas, to keep them out of villages and to prevent human wildlife conflict.
Make them talk, make them talk, make them talking, make them run, make them to shakala. Make them to shakala. Men body, they set up for much enjoyment. Men body, they ready for celebration. Waiting the one who them go quench. Them go quench, waiting the one try them go fail, them go fail.
Nina, have you ever seen so many elephants in your life?
This would be a first seeing such a big herd in one spot. I see around 50 or 60.
That would be correct. Benjamin, our guide, said about 50 or 60 elephants. Man, what a beautiful sight. Wow, Wangi is already delivering.
I wish you would deliver on your promises.
The bush is teeming with animals. We've seen lots of great stuff this morning, lots of lions, lots of elephants, zebra. So we've just driven through like quite a desolate sort of area, and we've just got to this absolute oasis. We're sitting under the trees having lunch, these beautiful green teak and ordeal trees, and then if you look further in the background, see the cars parked, and then some Ellies drinking at the pan over there. And yeah, so we got some Vos on the Skottel, and I think it's going to be a really like a lunch, and then carry on going and through to our campsite for this evening.
Dirk, I am being scratched. My new tattoos are also getting ruined.
Sorry. We are on a wild track. I can't do anything about it. Just bound to happen, Nina.
It seems like you are doing this on purpose. Drive better and swerve out properly. Why am I getting scratched?
This is bound to happen, though. We are overlanding. You are bound to get a couple of scratches.
You are not the one getting scratched. Climb out and get scratched.
How can I get scratched? I'm in the inside of the car.
You are super inconsiderate.
I sometimes don't understand you.
You know what? I am deactivating. Good luck on your own.
We have officially arrived at our wild camping spot in Hwange National Park, and unfortunately Nina is not talking to me at the moment because I scratched all her tattoos and the inside of the car is a bit of a mess. Nina, are you there? No, unfortunately not. But this place is absolutely epic. I would never have dreamed in my entire life that I would be wild camping in Hwange National Park, and I'm super excited to be here. Right at the back, a whole bunch of elephants. This is absolutely epic. This is true Africa, and I'm super excited. You'll get over it, Nina, don't worry.
So to camp in a new area of Wangi and do it wild camping was something so special. On that open pan, we were greeted by good people, and yeah, just enjoyable. I mean, seeing those elephants at the waterhole, always a pleasure.
Wow, that was incredible. That was an awesome privilege. I don't think you actually allowed to wild camp in Hwange at all, but it's on a concession and we got permission to camp there. So knowing that no one else has ever camped there is first of all amazing. And then we had a waterhole there with a bunch of elephants. The elephants were super close at night.
We were camping between wild animals, which was the first for me. Like, I've done wild camping before, but not between elephants as such. Like, I mean, we were sitting there and the next moment there was like an elephant approaching us from behind. So that was quite the first interaction for me like that.
The guys that we met there and the guide, that's the first time we met Rob, which I'm sure you'll learn more about on the video, and Con, which are two incredible guides. And we got a wild camp in a pan, and I think that's something I've never done before. I don't think that's something a lot of people get the opportunity to do.
You know, when I say it was wild camping, look, we did have the lodge came and set up the fire and put the chairs around for us and gave you that proper lodge feeling, but you were actually wild camping.
It was just magical. The sun was kind of getting lower in the sky, the colors were coming out, a couple of elephants drinking out of the remains of what was coming out of a borehole, and really special and exciting knowing that we're in a national park wild camping. I mean, that's just, for me, again, next level.
I truly hope you are enjoying the Zimbabwe expedition as much as I enjoyed making it. This is a quick product sponsor from Wolfbox. This is the G900 Tri-Pro digital mirror. It also comes with 3 cameras, and it's basically a dash cam, but a very cool one. So it's already installed in my car, but let me show you how it works. This unit actually mounts onto your existing mirror.
This specific model is the Wolfbox G900 Tri-Pro 3 channel. With built-in Wi-Fi, the G900 Tri-Pro offers blazing fast file transfers and seamless control through the app. Collision detection and parking monitoring features keep your vehicle protected day and night, while GPS tracking logs every route for precise documentation. The integrated forward-facing bumper camera helps identify obstacles on and off-road paths and tight spaces, ideal for adventurers and overlanders. Record from 3 angles simultaneously: 4K front camera, 2.5K rear camera and front bumper cam, ensuring complete vehicle coverage.
What I really like about this unit is it comes with an SD card and it's got loop recording. So you can set the loop recording to 1 minute, 2 minutes or 3 minutes and it keeps on going, and I haven't filled up nearly enough and I've recorded quite a lot. So this is pretty neat when you're traveling in wildlife areas, especially when there's an elephant crossing the road or a leopard crossing the road, or in my case what happened was there was a lion approaching us in the Kalahari Transfrontier Park and I was just a bit too late to grab my camera out, but luckily we've got the shot right here in 4K, 2.5K and 1080p. The screen is really impressive and it's really good quality. Now, another thing which is pretty cool is it's voice activated. So, hey wolf, show rear camera. Hey wolf, show front camera. And that's pretty neat because while you're driving, you've got both hands on the steering wheel. You want to shift to one camera, you can just voice activate it. So if you want to buy yourself one of these units, you can go to Wolfbox's website and there is a 10% discount code right here below called Fundi Pataf, and that gives you 10% discount on all the products there. Then this is also available on Takealot. And I think it's a very good price point for a unit like this. And I've been enjoying this unit so much and I've been getting some really cool footage. Right, back to our Wangi series.
Okay, so my name is Robert Dube, and people call me Rob. I'm a professional guide at Wild Expeditions in Hwange National Park. All right, so folks, basically the plan that we have this morning is to have a nice short walk. Roughly it's going to be an hour or so. And during the course of walk, it's not like a march. We are just like covering anything that we see. It could be ants, it could be trees, it could be birds. And we are likely to come across big game. We can come across lions, we can come across elephants, we can come across buffaloes. This area that we are in is very wild. And if we happen to come across those animals, we'll just have a nice approach, we have fun. We don't have to have any pressure about it. So I'm with my colleague here, Con. So at Camp Hwange Wild Expeditions, what we do, we are a training camp. We've got apprentice guides that we have. So me as a professional guide in the area here, I'm also training Con. So I'm going to put him in front so that he get the experience. And then if I have to chip in, I can do that. But I trust him, he's going to have everything under control. And then every now and then, I'm going to be like helping there and there. But yeah, he's got it under control. So my love for wildlife came up from my rural background. I grew up around wildlife along the Zambezi River. So we grew up fishing and also seeing lots of animals around. Something special about walking safari is that I always say that it's like therapy. All your senses are now focusing on what is on the ground, what is in front of you, and what you're likely to see.
What is quite interesting with the elephants, you just look on the structure of the head, you can see it's actually a honeycomb. You can see that. You wouldn't find it on any other animal. So by having a honeycomb structure, it's to lighten the weight of the elephant. Then also they can compensate that, like the trunk and the tusk, they can actually compensate that whole kind of weight that they have. So an elephant, when it's born, it doesn't have a honeycomb structure. So they will have to go through a process that is known as pneumatization, whereby that the honeycomb structure will start forming when they get to the age of 4. So when they are born, basically they will have a solid head. So as they move through in their entire life, you have got this honeycomb structure that's actually start to form as they get old. So basically what they will have in their head, they will have what we call pneumatic oil, they will have acoustic oil. So these acoustic oils, basically what they do, they act as a shock absorber. So when you see two bulls tussling against each other,
and also when they're knocking down trees. So that oil that they have between these honeycombs is more like act as a shock absorber, and also it helps them to break down the trees. Then you have got the teeth right here. We call them the molars. Right here, these are the molars. Then the ears, basically, they'll be on the other side, they'll be on this side, and also the eyes, they'll be on the other side. So talking of the molars, without going down side, you can see you've got these molars. So an elephant in its entire life, it has got 6 sets of molars. So they'll have 1 set of teeth at the age of 1. They'll lose them, then they'll have another set at the age of 2. Then after the age of 2, 6, 15, 28, then they will have the last molar when they get to the age of 47. All right, so these molars, they work more like in a conveyor belt. You know how a conveyor belt works. So they can have only 1 set of molar at a time. And that once that set of molar gets worn out, they will have another one. Okay, there you go. You've got a leopard track here. Yes, we didn't see it. Our camp is just right there, but it came and drank here. So remember what is quite interesting, by the way, is this is a leopard track going this other way. Then you have got a hyena going the opposite direction. So leopard has got 3 lobes right at the back. Then you can see right here, there's no claw marks. Then here, this is the back of the hyena track. So you can see right on the edges, you can see there's a claw mark here, there's a claw mark here. So the hyena was going this other way around, and the leopard was going towards our cars.
Nina, good morning. Status report. Nina, you can't stay mad at me for the entire trip. Nina, please, can you at least give me a status report?
The systems are fine. When we get to camp, you need to plug me in and let me think about things. I'll be switching off for a while. I need space.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to work on this relationship. We'll sort it out. I promise we will. I love you.
Yeah.
Our next destination was Camp Hwange, and upon arrival, all our minds were blown.
Well, Camp Hwange, I'd heard about it, I'd seen photos. When we arrived there, it was just this oasis with this watering hole that they've got in front of the camp, and the game down there was just on another level.
When you walk through the doors, the entrance, and it's just this pan with the water, and it's just wildlife all over it. So it was really, really impressive. The interior, the decor, everything was just on point.
Wild dogs have been quite elusive for me. I've had a good couple of attempts to see them. The last one was in November last year. We were in Mokoto, and we were also on tour. We had about, I think it was about 8 vehicles there. And the big highlight for me was everyone told me there was going to be wild dogs there, and I just missed them. Everybody saw them. I didn't get to see them, and that started this great hunger for me to see wild dog. And as we arrive at Camp Hwange, as we get there's just wild dog everywhere, drinking out the watering hole. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better wild dog experience, really.
To me, Camp Hwange is quite special. This really unique place in the middle of Hwange National Park. I've been very fortunate, and I've traveled and worked at some of the most incredible game reserves on the continent. And to me, this particular camp has got the best setup and situation, where every single room has got an uninhabited view of a beautiful waterhole which is teeming with wildlife. The camp itself runs as a regular camp, not like our other Lodge Muddy Teak, but we have couples coming in. It's great for families of teenagers and up. We have lots of honeymooners coming in. We have people of all ages, people from all different walks of life, people from all over the world coming and experiencing this magnificent place. Everybody absolutely loves it.
I think during a long trip like this, to spend a night or two in a 5-star camp really gives everybody a bit of a break. You recharge your batteries, you get all your stuff sorted, you get your laundry done, and it just refreshes you to carry on your trip.
After a wholesome lunch, we headed to the sister lodge of Camp Hwange, Muddy Teak, to wait out the afternoon heat.
So Muddy Teak is our brand new camp, really beautiful, lovely little place. It's a private exclusive use camp. If a family wants to come, they book the place out. The entire place is their own. We also try not to have too many staff hanging around, making people feel awkward. So it's a very help yourself. There'll always be people to help you, but if you wanted to go help yourself to a drink or something like that, it's more of like a homely feel, and we want people to feel at home there, to put their feet up on the sofas, to put all of their stuff all over the place and just sit back, relax and make it feel like a homely place. We tested it out last year and it really worked, and so we incorporated it into Muddy Teak, and what that was is we sunk a new borehole, put solar panels, put battery systems on it so these pumps can run between 18 and 20 hours a day before the batteries run out. So that pumps water through to the pan, but before it gets to the pan, we actually divert that water and send it through our swimming pools. It is really, really good, lovely, clean water. So once the swimming pool is filled up to a certain level, it actually flows back out and flows down into the pan.
Our first game drive with our guide Con proved to be absolutely incredible, as he took us straight to a pride of lions.
So the first camp drive with the opposite log guys, the main idea for me was for them to have the feel of the area that we have, which is quite unique and private. Different wildlife, good encounters with lions, seeing dogs, seeing different number of antelopes, big numbers of elephants, and also having the privilege of being alone without many vehicles around.
After spending a good amount of time with these cats, we got word over the radio that the wild dogs were active at the lodge. The wild dogs made a kill earlier that same morning right in front of Camp Hwange, and they were there again, but only for a brief moment, before running right through camp and not to be seen moments later.
Wow, guys, I'm busy using a thermal imaging scope, and I can honestly see hundreds of elephants. It is absolutely unbelievable. This is seriously unreal.
as the bush does, it always delivers. You expect the unexpected. So as we're having breakfast, we spotted a leopard close to our waterhole, and we're very excited that we even left our breakfast, went straight to see him, had a nice encounter. And then we're like, now we're going back to camp to have some coffee. Just behind us, lions came, and then they came and drank. Now we stopped again, we got distracted, started viewing those lions.
Being up close with this pride of lions was something very special to me, and being the only game viewer was as exclusive as it gets. Watching the behavior fold out from the young lions also ensured some great sightings of early morning play.
Seeing those youngsters, learning from their mothers, and there was a point whereby there was one youngster saw a giraffe and stood up and chased or tried to catch a giraffe. For me, that was, I think I got that on video. So for me, that was really amazing to see. Yeah.
Rob, what are we doing now? Where are we going, and why am I scared?
Because we're going to walk up to lions. We're going to track lions and experience them on foot, different from the car. When you're in the car, you're very, very confident. Then when you're on the ground now, you can see how small you are and how big they are. So it's going to be fun.
A scary thought to, when the tracker says to you or the guide says to you, tomorrow morning, we're going to go walk and we're going to go look for lions. Your mind starts playing games on you and you start panicking because, if you think about it, you're going to walk till you find lions. No vehicle to protect you. What do you do? But it's one of those things that once you've done it, you'll never forget the experience. To walk up to those lions, that one female lion that came towards us growling, it's an experience you can't get anywhere.
So those lions are on the move, they're playing. There's a waterhole here that is dry. I'm hoping that they'll come through that waterhole. So the plan for us is just follow this tree line, position ourselves, and then we watch them coming towards us. So we walk in a single file. I'll be in front, you guys will follow me. If they do happen to see us, no one moves unless I tell you to. You stay still, just follow my signals. Stop, come very close, go a bit low. If we have got this kind of open here, between this scrubby bush and where we are here, we are just giving her a distance, and then she can see visually what we are, and then we can see her as well. And when we are low like that, we are not like challenging her, but we are submitting. they want to feel the authority, you know, that they're the king, they're the boss. So that's what we're trying to tell her, that okay, you're in charge, this is fine, you see? It didn't end there. We're like, since we have done everything in our concession here, we should also show the diversity of the area. We went on a different area which is full of rocks, copies, granite rocks, very different scenery. We climbed those rocks. Now it was a way of showing that it's not about the animals that is around, it's also about the scenic view and the scenic experience on foot. So the first borehole to be drilled in the park was 1935. And then this place wasn't settled much, the northern side of the park. So this place was like agriculture from the Nambian people. And then there's a guy called Robbins. So Robbins used to occupy this place for farming. And then the southern part of the park was mostly for cattle ranching and livestock. So it's a sign that if we say 1950s, that's when the park was expanded this side. So now it's hundreds of years ago where this pottery was left inside this area. So never touched.
The last few days here at Camp Hwange with Wild Expeditions have been nothing short of magical. We've seen loads of lions with their little ones coming to drink, wild dogs running into camp, loads of elephants with the most beautiful sunsets. I have never seen something like this before. I absolutely adore this place. I absolutely adore Hwange National Park. It is magical this time of the year. It's very dry, so the animals congregate to waterholes, and that's why we have had such amazing sightings. I cannot wait for the last game drive. Our concession is not very big, it's 50 square kilometers, but we can drive through 5 different habitats. In a way that in those different habitats, there's different types of animals, and also we don't run out of options. We've got good waterholes around, which is quite unique. We've got natural log pile height, like the one that I'm sitting at now. It's just a natural one. You can have a good experience in a safe direction. And the other thing that makes us so special is that there's no formality. You go with the flow. Like I mentioned about the breakfast, we do night drives as well. We are not limited in terms of time on what time we're supposed to leave camp and what time we're supposed to come back from a game drive. We always play it by ear, depending on what's happening out there.
The last afternoon game drive of the trip, Rob had something interesting in store for us. We experienced lions on foot, and he decided to show us elephants on foot. It was crucial to find a herd of bulls, as cows do not take people approaching them on foot lightly.
I don't think I've ever been so close to an elephant on foot before, certainly not in the wild. And the way Rob approached them, the way the whole thing was done, was so professional that the elephants were almost like happy we were there. We were chilled, everyone was chilled. It was also just an incredible experience for me. Yeah, absolutely unbelievable.
And we must have been, I don't know, 10 meters, 15 meters from this elephant bull. And that for me, I mean, my heart was kind of jumping out of my chest.
I just love watching elephants come down to the waterhole and drink, and that walk up to the elephant bull or up to that herd of elephants was absolutely amazing. That was my highlight of the trip. It was to get that close on foot in a safe sort of environment to one of the most beautiful animals was my highlight of the trip here.
Before departing Camp Hwange, Rob took us on a quick morning drive to say goodbye to the wild residents of the area. And we met a new one, a serval. Even though it was one shot, it made my entire day. After many wonderful sightings with this pride, it was time to head back to camp and get the cars ready for the next destination. The rangers had the difficult task of choosing the top 3 cars of the convoy. They were closely inspected and some cars even went as far to try and bribe the rangers for a top spot. The final results were in.
Looking at where those cars came from, and where they are and where they're going. The bronze one, I'll give it to the Suzuki.
Just turned into $1.
Yeah. And then the silver one, I'll take it to Ngamla's car.
Ooh.
And then for me, the gold one is this one.
That's right.
Yes!
Ross, how much did you pay? You said it's gold.
Good morning, Nina.
Howdy, Dirk.
Are we on speaking terms now?
I think we're good. I got to think about things and I slightly overreacted. Thank you for letting me cool down.
It's a big pleasure. I thought I'd give you some space.
Yeah, I really enjoyed some downtime too.
All right, so status report, please.
All systems are good. Tire pressures are a tad low, but we will be driving on and off road, so I think we're good. Are we seeing wild dogs today?
Yep. I think there are dogs that side that they're busy rehabilitating, and we're gonna maybe go track some ones.
Great. It seems like you had some incredible sightings at the lodge.
We had amazing sightings at Camp Hwange. This place is absolutely special.
Let's hit the road, Dirk.
Let's hit the road.
Okay, so just a brief about this facility. It's been operational since 2002. It was designed so that the organization can deal effectively with any eventualities concerning the sick or the injured painted dogs. So the rationale behind the facility is based on the project ethos that painted dogs should not suffer in the wild. If the suffering is identified, it has to be ameliorated. So we get the dogs from the wild depending on their injuries. Yes, we bring them in here if they have serious injuries. If they have minor injuries, we do treat them right in the wild, then can just leave them with their pack members. But if the injuries are too severe, making them struggle to keep up with their pack members, then we're forced to have them here till the time they fully recover. So currently we have 2 dogs that you're going to see. Their names Lucky and Comfort. So from these 2, Lucky is a permanent resident. Actually, we do not intend to have the dogs for their lifetime, but some of the situations force us to have them for their lifetime, especially if they incur permanent injuries that can make them so vulnerable if taken back into their packs, back into the wild. So Lucky was attacked by a lion 6.5 years back, and then attained neck muscle injuries. She had a puncture in the head that possibly damaged her right eye. So she's got a slight limp. She was not going to make it in the wild. So we then decided to deem her an ambassador of your own species for educational awareness, as is for the guests. Like most people always confuse these dogs to chacals, hyenas, or other animals that fall under the family canindae. So for people to have a clear picture, they come see Lucky. The other one is called Comfort. Here she finds comfort, of course, after a devastating situation of losing her entire pack from whilst the snails last year. So the initial plan was to allow a crop, then release a pack into the wild as part of the constructed pack. Yes. Yeah, so the plan still stands, but we haven't found disposable males to integrate here with to take a pack into the wild.
Odds are greatly stacked against African wild dogs. They require a big piece of land to thrive on, and with habitat loss on the rise, it's increasingly difficult for these incredible animals to survive. On top of that, poaching and snares wipe out entire packs, as in the case of Comfort. As their habitat becomes smaller, they often wander onto farms where they sometimes get shot and killed. Luckily, there are a few organizations that support these vulnerable animals, like Painted Dog Conservation. There is a beautiful explanation done inside the information center that raises awareness, and it's free. However, donations are welcome, and there are even gifts that are made from wildlife snares and local communities that support the organization.
As a group of people coming together, and as a large group of people coming together with different shapes, sizes of vehicles, I come away with the fact that we came together as a unit. And I think that's very difficult to do when you travel with large groups for so many days. And we did it successfully. I have to believe that. And I think we came away with an appreciation for what it is that we offer and bring to the table as both people, individuals, and influencers. There are a lot of influencers on this trip, and I think everyone got to learn a little bit from everyone else, if that makes sense. So my biggest takeaway is the friendships I've created, new friendships I've created, refreshing of old friendships, and just being able to enjoy the wild with like-minded people. And I know it sounds so cliche, but it's the absolute truth for me, because, you know, I've always been a guy who tries to inspire, and I think I'm inspired, and that's what's encouraging, because I think if you do these trips and you don't learn anything about yourself as an individual, I think it's kind of pointless, really.
The sun don't reach weary eyes, no, the light don't pierce down in the mines. 40 years, like 40 lives, only whistles blowing to mark the time. Oh, way, way down we go. Gotta rip that soul out of the ground while we walk that long wall to the sound of hammer and steel, steel on stone. Yeah, we work those fingers to the bone.
We were driving and we saw a game ranger vehicle in distance, and we thought, okay, I don't know if this is good or bad.
And we were stopped by guides that recognized us. Straight away said, we want to show you something spectacular.
2 rangers that basically stopped us to quickly go and show us 2 cheetahs that was just lying not too far away from the road.
The first person I saw was Edward Bath, and I knew my day was complete. I've seen these guys, and why shouldn't I approach them? So that's when I drove my vehicle and met them a long way. He asked them if they would like to see something amazing. That's when I led them to where the cheetah boys are. So after hanging around with the cheetah and having some conversations, my day and my world is now complete. I've seen these guys, the guys I've been seeing on the internet for the past 4 years. So now I've got a story to tell even to my friends.
And we were asking them about a spot to wild camp for the night because we were running a little bit behind. The time was running away with us, and they said, no, but why don't you just come and camp at our village?
And let me tell you, what an amazing experience. We camped in a village with the locals. We were treated amazingly. We had fun with them. And I think we were up quite late last night, just having a good time with the local village. That's something I'm definitely bringing in my trips. There's going to be one night where we will be staying at a village, because the experience of that is phenomenal.
We set up camp at a nearby football field, and Nina opted to give everyone a lift to the local hangout.
And it turned out in such an amazing evening where they made our food. There was a pool challenge between the locals and us. The kindness of these people of Zimbabwe is what's going to stick with me.
It's been amazing. Everyone's been legends. I've traveled with a few of these guys before, but every time I spend more time with them, I just know why we're friends. And it's been a real privilege to travel with everyone. We've had late nights, we've had long drives, we've had things going wrong, we've gotten lost, and just taken on the chin. And it's a privilege to travel with all you guys.
It's the memories. For me, it's all about the memories. Life is short. You've got to get out there and enjoy it.
You know, I've come here with some very, very old friends of mine and made some very, very good new friends. And I'm just looking forward to the next one. I think people make the journey, you know, positivity, happiness, good banter, healthy banter. It really creates memories, and these are memories that you carry for the rest of your life. You know, they don't disappear.
We've got this beautiful view. What a way to end a trip, a fantastic trip with fantastic people. And for me, it just shows you. We're a biggish group and we all work together, and when someone needed something, we all came together and helped. And I saw that a lot with the few issues I had and everybody else. So it's really great, and what better place? I mean, we're finishing off the trip here, and we're gonna sit around the fire tonight and exchange some stories and hit a bit of banter like we have the whole trip, and that's just what makes it amazing.
And the one thing I will is the Zimbabwean people. They are just incredible. You know, we drove through a little village. I didn't see one person without their camera filming us and shouting at us and waving at us and being friendly and welcoming us. That, for me, the people of Zimbabwe are incredible. But I'll come here a lot. There's no doubt I'll come here a lot.